Hello everybody and welcome to the barbecue shop here at Hayes Garden World. Today we're joined by top barbecue chef Mr.
Hello.
Richard Holden.
Hello, hello.
And this one, I'm looking forward to it a lot. We're going to do a sweet pizza, a dessert pizza on an Alfa wood-fired oven. Sweet pizza.
Sweet pizza. Everybody's familiar with regular pizzas, as you would say. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's dough, it's bread. You can put any topping on it you like. So we're going to do a little concoction, a little combination of flavours that I've been doing for quite a while on this side of things. It's going to be quite fun, especially if a gust of wind comes, because it's going to go right towards the camera guys and they're just ecstatic about that thought. So in this bowl, I've got a mixture of bread flour and 0-0 pasta flour, yeast, salt, sugar, and some lukewarm water. And this has just been proving. We actually proved this overnight and it's nice and sticky today, so lots of flour is needed, no pun intended at all. So take something around about the size of, we'll pop that to one side, size of an orange. Get plenty of, oh, just clanked on there from wrapping. Get plenty of flour in your hands, and then you want to make a nice smooth dough ball. Easiest way, just make sure you've got plenty of flour on your hands and just tap it onto the surface. You don't want to be trapping excess flour into the underside of the pizza, because that's just going to come through and not a very nice bite of pizza later on. So nice dough ball. Tuck all those ends together, and then onto the work surface she goes. So rolling pin, easiest way to do this.
Yep.
Roll front to back. Turn the dough. If you change there's more than one way to do this, but I find that if you roll front to back, it makes you turn the dough and move it around on the workstation in order to get a round shape. Here comes that wind. If it starts to stick to the rolling pin, just turn it over, drag it through some flour, and keep going. You need to put a little bit of pressure on as well. It's not like pastry, where if you push too hard, it will just break the pastry in two. This has got a nice gluten web of kind of fibres within the dough. You saw when I stretched it out, when I took a piece off there. Once we get it to about something the size of our hands, bring it up off the work surface and just give it a nice.
Should point out that his hands are actually
stretch.
using your knuckles, aren't you?
Yeah, so if hands are pointed like that, if anybody's wearing rings or anything that could tear the dough, just turn them inside or take them off completely. And then you can just stretch that out. It's a gentle, make sure there's flour on the back of your hands, and then the dough, while it kind of catches slightly, it does still glide over the backs of your hands. You don't want to be tearing it. If you do get any tears, really simple, just put one side of the tear on the top of the other one and then just press it down and push it back together. But important to make sure that you've got flour underneath your pizza before you start putting toppings on. And we are ready to go. So we've got a few things that you may not expect. So rather than a tomato sauce, we're going to go with a maple syrup. So just drizzle that over. Keep the liquids away from the edge of the pizza, because any liquid will stick the pizza to the work surface. Then we're going to go with a banana. So the maple syrup just replaces our tomato sauce, as I mentioned. So now we're going with our banana. I'm just going to do some slices.
You can put whatever you want on these, really.
Yeah. We're going for kind of a banana-y sweet flavouring, and there's a few toppings that are underneath my table simply because
it's a sunny day in the Lake District.
On a day like today they would melt. So good old Curly Wurlie out of the fridge, it snaps. So we just take our little pieces, we can just, it's been sat out a few minutes so it's just started to soften, but any favourite chocolate bar, just pop it in the fridge, let it firm up, and then
the nice one I've used before is a finger of fudge.
Oh yes, just slices really nicely.
Yeah.
It's just going to melt on the top, really. A little bit of colour. I'm going to go for some raspberries, blueberries, whatever berry you've got in the fridge, or you've just been shopping and you've got a few different things. So just something to give a little bit of colour. And then the last thing we're going to go in with, instead of grated parmesan, grated chocolate. And because we've got a lot of sweet on the top of this, a lot of very, very sweet with the maple syrup and everything, I've gone for a dark chocolate. I also like dark chocolate, so it's whatever floats your boat, really. So Again, just think of this like you would with Parmesan that you grate on top of a pizza.
I'm just going to stand and keep smiling because I am liking the look of this.
And on a day like today, you want to make sure that that gets on to the pizza and it doesn't blow away. So, there we go. That is our pizza ready to go. Now we're going to bring out the big paddle for this.
Yep.
And just to help it slide off the work surface, just gather a little bit of that flour. Some people will use semolina. We're going to just use some of the flour that we've got. Make sure the pizza paddle's dry. And then just pull it back.
Look at that, expertly done.
Push the paddle underneath the pizza. If in doubt, just grab the front edge, the nearest you, and just help it onto the pizza paddle as well. So pizza's on the paddle.
Yep.
Now time to come over to the pizza oven. We've got the heat over on the one side. We've got some nice glowing embers, so that heat will circulate around. If you want to, you can put that a little bit further back to begin with. It's a little bit warmer back there. If you've got something like blueberries,
Yeah.
just be careful because the little
Pop.
things, well, they roll
Oh, right.
just with their shake. So when you're trying to get them on and off the paddle, just be careful.
I can smell that already.
Another good tip about putting the fire to the side, as well as for heat distribution, is that if you are having issues with your pizza coming off the paddle, if the fire's all the way at the back and you're having some sticking issues and you shove it off, you can end up with your pizza in the embers. So if you put it to the side, you know that it's just going to be in the pizza oven.
So you would cook this like a normal pizza?
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 minutes?
2-3 minutes tops. Depends how hot you've got. What we'll do is we'll give that a little bit of time. We can already see the dough, especially around the back, just starting to puff up.
Yeah.
The other little peel on the side, I use that for just turning the pizza around because the edge nearest the heat is going to get that colour first. So part way through the cook, we will turn it around, but this pizza is going to cook from the underside as well as from the top. Really quick.
We'll give that a few minutes to cook off and then we'll come back and see the finished product. So it's at about 4 minutes. We've turned it a few times.
About 4 minutes. You can use the peel, the little peel, just to bring it to the front of the oven, and just turn it around and put it back in again. The nearer you put it to the embers, the quicker it's going to cook on that side. So once we've got it nice and baked on the underside, just move it closer. You can see we've got a really nice crispy crust on there. So bring that over to our board. I think kids of all
ages, yeah,
will love that one. So nice crispy crust.
I think we should put our
Should we just
warm-
leave it as 2 pieces?
Yeah,
you want me?
I think we should also warn people.
No.
I'm going to warn people, don't tuck in straight away because if you've got some hot sticky goo on there,
Yes, you have.
it will stick to lips and it may well burn.
Yeah, that kind of classic burn the roof of the
Yeah.
mouth. But yeah, I'll carry on cutting this.
I'll
let you
tell
know
people how to find
the
out more
details.
information.
Yeah.
So for more information about a sweet pizza or dessert pizza, visit our website hayesgardenworld.co.uk or visit the team in store at the barbecue shop and they know all about how to do this. We have the full range of Alfa ovens in stock.
I'm not going to eat that because it's going to be too hot. I just want to show how nice, thin, and crispy that crust is.
We are across all the social media platforms. And we'll see you next time. We're going to tuck into this off camera because we're not going to burn ourselves on camera. And we'll see you next time.